Alex goes to many trade shows in APAC. Marta is a program director in Korea, and I realize your team has joined many trade shows in Singapore and Korea as well. So all of the trade shows are ROI driven, be it to attain investors, customers, or partnerships. So yeah, how far in advance should teams prepare their local strategy, partnerships, and materials? Alex?
Yeah, I wonder if I could share my screen actually
Yeah.
to show you what this. Can you see this connect form here?
Yes, yes.
All right, so this is the actual form that we used at the MarTech Summit in Singapore. So you can see here it starts with a consent policy, and then it has a few questions. We wanted to make sure that this would not be too tedious for people, but it asks anyone who wants to connect with us to just fill in some basic information about who they are, what they're using currently, what they might know about Kinsta. Do they have any questions? And then, by the way, do you want to enter their giveaway? This is something that we've been working on and building over several months, including all the designs that we use and our event strategy, the people who are actually going to the events. So it's constantly building on our experience. And so I wanted to share this in response to the question of how far in advance do we prepare, because it's an ongoing effort. We're constantly iterating and improving our processes, making things specifically for other types of events. Sometimes we'll have exclusive or semi-exclusive swag at events. So, like for example, at WordCamp US this year, we did this hoodie giveaway for these really ultra premium hoodies. I really wanted one, but there were only three of them. And for example, at WordCamp Tokyo back in 2023, we did these bilingual A4 clear file folders. So these are very commonly used in business in Japan to hold documents. So this is a familiar thing to a Japanese audience, to see something that's particularly useful in the market. So also, of course, keeping in mind things like sustainability, of course, and ultimately providing value, something useful. So I like pens because everyone needs a pen. We'll have more pens at Sushi Tech. So if you want a Kinsta pen, come visit us. But yeah, that's my point really on this topic, is that we're constantly iterating and improving our processes. And if something didn't work as well, then maybe we change it a little bit and do it a little bit better in the next time. And also, oh,
Awesome.
sorry, just I wanted to add, Marta mentioned HubSpot and other apps. We do use other apps as well. We use HubSpot at Kinsta. So when we get information after an event, so after someone fills out this form, we then end up with a whole list that we can then import into HubSpot, and then we can see all the attributes of that person. And so we have processes developed within our team as well to make sure that we can follow up. And then we already have all the relevant information there as well. So we make sure to make use of it.
Awesome. That's great. And how about Marta? What do you do, advance? What would you tell your startups to do before the event?
I mean, so as we're part of the Korea team, like one of the first things I tell the startups that are coming for the Korea program is please print out business cards, because as you may know, in Europe and the US, that's not as obvious to have a stash of business cards with you. People just go around with a LinkedIn QR code and scan it, and they're fine with that. Here in Asia, and especially Korea, and I'm guessing also Japan is along those lines as well, it's a special act of giving and receiving a business card. It's not only about getting and receiving someone's contact information, but it's also about connecting with the other person by physically giving and receiving a business card. So I tell them that it's very important. It's very important to give it and receive it with two hands, and expect to be expected to go along with a certain etiquette when doing that. Besides that, besides having a stash of business cards, I always tell them to make little notes either on apps, on the whatever apps they use for business card scanning, or even on the business cards themselves, about what conversations they had with that particular person. What are the follow-ups of the conversation? Like, am I supposed to send them my IR deck, or are we going to have a phone call next week about something? So definitely make notes about that, because especially in big events, you meet a lot of people, and at the end of the day, you get kind of confused what to do, what you committed to and what you didn't commit to, and then people get a little bit upset with you for not doing that.